Hi, Secondary 2. Today I am gonna explain novel which is called The Pride and Prejudice and it was written by Jane Austen. I have explained last time the plot of the novel and the setting and method of narration. Today I am gonna explain the characters. So the first character here is called Charles Bingley. He's a wealthy gentleman who has rented the manor, a large house of Netherfield Park. He is a handsome, friendly, and wealthy young man. The second character here is called Mr. Bennet, and he is the husband of Mrs. Bennet and the father of Jane, Elizabeth, Lydia, Kitty, and Mary. He is a man driven to anger by his trivial or foolish wife and difficult daughters. The third character is Mrs. Bennet. Mrs. Bennet describes as a woman of mean understanding, little information, and uncertain temper, who fancies herself nervous when she is dissatisfied. She openly favors Jane and Lydia over her other daughters because of their beauty and Lydia's high spirits. The first character is Jane, and she is the oldest Bennet sister. She is Elizabeth's best friend and hopelessly in love with Charles Bingley, although she'd never admit it. She's also almost painfully naive. Character number five is Elizabeth, and she is the protagonist in the novel. She is often referred to as Eliza, or Lazy by her friends and family. Elizabeth is the second child in a family of five daughters. Lazy is Lazy is her father's favorite and child. So Lizzie is her father's favorite child because she is the only one to share his wit and sense of humor. Sissy character here, Mary, the third child in the Bennet family. She is different from the other female characters in the novel, and it makes her a quite natural character in the sense that she does the opposite to the others. Seventh, Kitty, the fourth daughter between Mary and Lydia. She seems happy in her role as Lydia's sidekick, following wherever her sister leads. Because of this, she has become almost as vain and stupid as Lydia. Character number 8, Lydia, and she is the youngest of five sisters in the Bennet family. She is silly, amateur, and showy. She likes nothing better than dancing and socializing, the action of mixing socially with others, especially with the officers of the militia. Character number 9, Mr. Darcy, and he is a model of romantic hero and the novel protagonist. He is a very arrogant man of England's upper class. He is Lord of Pemberley, an expensive estate located in the area of Derbyshire. He's attractive because he is fairly tall and handsome, but his behavior is unfriendly and formal. Character number 10 is Caroline Bingley, and she is called Miss Bingley also. It's a minor antagonist. She is the younger sister of Charles Bingley and Louisa Hurst, as well as the sister in law of Mr. Hurst and Jane Bennet Bingley. Character number 11, Mr. Collins. Mr. Bennet's cousin, who is a clergyman and a holder of valuable living at the Hunsford Passenger clergy's house, clergyman's house near Rosings Park, the estate of his patroness Lady Catherine de Bourgh in Kent. He represents The eventual loss of Longbourn for the Bennett family and the need for the Bennett sisters to marry as high up as they can. So they will be able to care for their unmarried sisters and widowed mother. Character number 12. He was a handsome young soldier who is friendly toward Elizabeth and tells her how Darcy cruelly cheated him out of an inheritance. Elizabeth is warned by her aunt not to fall in love and marry Wickham. 13. Charlotte Lucas, Elizabeth's best friend and the poor daughter of a local knight. She's introduced as a sensible, intelligent young woman, about 27. She is the eldest daughter of Sir William and Lady Lucas. Lady Catherine de Bourgh, she is Mr. Collins' patron and Darcy's aunt. She is arrogant about her social position. She takes a controlling interest in the personal affairs of those beneath her, particularly the Collinses. 15. Georgiana Darcy, Mr. Darcy's young sister, and she is quite shy. 16. Mr. Gardiner, and he is Mr. Bennet's brother. He is sensible and intelligent. He is a London businessman. And we have here the last character is called Mrs. Gardiner, and she is Mr. Gardiner's wife. She is a wise advisor for the Bennet sisters to balance for silliness of their mother. Okay, now let's have a look for the characters map. Here, the Bennet family, we have Mr. Bennet and Mrs. Bennet, and they have Jane, Elizabeth, and we can call her Lazy, Mary, Kitty, Lydia, and here from oldest to youngest. Where another family is called the Bingley family, we have Mr. Bingley, Miss Bingley, we can say Caroline, Mr. Hurst, and Mrs. Hurst. The Darcy family, Mr. Darcy, Lady Catherine's nephew, Georgiana, and Lady Catherine de Bourgh, Darcy's aunt. We have also the Lucas family, Mr. Lucas and Mrs. Lucas, and both of them have Charlotte Lucas, and she was the only daughter for them. The Gardiner family, we have Mr. Gardiner and the Mrs. Gardiner. We have here Mr. Collins, and he is Mr. Bennet's cousin, and married Charlotte Lucas. Mr. Wickham, a young soldier in the militia, and married Lydia. That's enough for today, and see you next video.